Morning, everyone. First thing I was just explaining is that obviously this is pre-recorded, but if you hear all the noise going on, it's because obviously the activities of Virginia Air Show during the weekend are causing a bit of a distraction outside, but so let's not panic. The reading for today's gospel is Matthew chapter 5 again. We continue with, that is the Sermon on the Mount, and there's a lot of the teachings of Jesus that we pick up over the 2 weeks that we're in at the moment. And he says in today's verses, verse 38 to 42, offer the wicked man no resistance, not an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's a pretty tough one. Look, obviously the eye for the eye one is in terms of the Old Testament teaching, we say if somebody offends you, then you have the right to go back and take it back from them. And Jesus is simply saying, no, you don't need to do that. You need to be able to turn the cheek, allow the sinner and the sin to be distinguished, and don't retaliate, because it only makes things worse. I think there was one stage in history where they used to say, if somebody takes the life of one of your relatives, then you have the right to go and take the lives of 7 of theirs. Could you imagine how that will escalate? Then it becomes 49, and then, sorry, I don't know, multiplication of 7 times 49. It's a lot of people, and just never going to come right. So eventually the teaching was only one eye for one eye. And that would say, okay, that makes sense, that's fair enough. But Jesus is saying, not even that. The thing is that some people would exploit that. If you've got somebody who's always making life difficult for you, and perhaps often offending you, how do you actually counter that? And I think then it comes to the whole gift of discernment. And it's one of the gifts of the Spirit we need to pray for, is discernment. To be able to know the difference between the right and the wrong, and to know what to do in certain circumstances. And ultimately that means always making God part of the process. If you're having a difficult time, before you react, make sure that you're reacting the way in which would be pleasing to God. And that obviously has become a prayerful person. At the moment we are looking at a number of young people who are preparing for confirmation, and that is one of the things we talk to them about, is making sure that whatever your thinking is, whatever you do, make sure it's based on God's presence in your life, not just your mental reaction to something that's going wrong. So you have a wonderful day, and you keep safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.